With Beer Fest coming up tomorrow, we decided to talk more about beer in Springfield.
That's right. Beer is made commercially more and more, and demand seems to be increasing. Ted Keller joins us now with more on that. Hey, Ted.
Hey, Ted. It's good to be a science reporter.
Yeah, and this is all about science.
Well, absolutely. That's why I stand here. Exactly. That's right. You know,
that little old beer maker, you.
That's right. Well, you know what happened in the United States? Craft beer has started to take over. Any beer that's not mass-produced is technically called craft beer, and we've seen an increase in that here, and we have several in town. Springfield is certainly on the map when it comes to brewing beer. Long-established Springfield Brewing Company is located downtown.
When we first opened our brewery, we really wanted to focus on serving our customers, and our customers at Mueller are breweries, and we didn't really want to be a competitor to our own customers. In fact, one of our larger customers, when they learned that Mueller had opened a brewery, they really weren't real happy with it. So after we went through that experience one time, we decided that we'd focus on our restaurant operations and leave the beer distribution business to others. Using our computer control system, which is pretty nice. Most brew pubs don't have equipment like this, but because we built this to showcase our capabilities at Mueller, we have some features that the average brew pub really doesn't have. So this is where our beer is kept cold before it's sent to the taps. And each one of these bright beer tanks or serving tanks holds the equivalent of 30 kegs of beer, and we have 6 serving tanks in here. So these 6 tanks hold the equivalent of 180 kegs of beer.
The key to making beer is fermentation, the conversion of simple sugars found in grains like barley and wheat into alcohol. An organism called yeast will eat the sugar and produce drinkable alcohol, along with carbon dioxide gas as byproducts. Breweries extract the sugar from the grain by soaking it in large vats of very warm water. After it's boiled and hops added, the wort, as it's called, is finally chilled to a temperature that yeast can tolerate, and the fermentation can begin. New kid on the block, Mother's Brewing Company, is really ramping it up. Their beer can now be found all over Springfield and the surrounding area.
We're finding right now that we're doing 4 to 6 brews a week and not really able to keep up with demand, so the reception that we've gotten in Springfield and Joplin and Southwest Missouri has been just tremendous. So these are 4 beers that we're selling right now. 3 annual beers and our 1 seasonal, which happens to be a coffee stout. It's called Winter Grind.
And by the way, at Mother's, you can go to a tasting room Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 4 to 7, taste what they have there for sale, and occasionally something they haven't quite rolled out yet.
Sample some of the new stuff.
Saturday afternoons they're open as well, late in the afternoon. Yeah.
A guinea pig for the things they haven't quite rolled out yet.
Oh, yeah. And it was cool to see beer in mass production. I brew it, and we'll talk about that later in the show. I also talked to a friend of mine who brews beer and has brewed quite a bit in his time. He thinks he's brewed 1,000 gallons of beer. We'll talk to him in a few minutes.